That's fucked up. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Today what I would like to discuss is what I call the man versus state dilemma. Alright? I'm going to try to explain these dynamics in simplest terms for those of you all who are unfamiliar with this process. As for everybody else, just consider it a refresher course and feel free to add on to what I'm saying in the comment section. So, with that being said, let's get started. For the sake of this video, we're going to focus on government assistance in the forms of food and shelter, because these two facets alone have effectively removed the working man from the household, rendering your fathers, your husbands, any type of male provider optional, if not completely obsolete. So as a perfect example of what I'm talking about, for the remainder of this video, I like to give reference to this 1970s blaxploitation film. It's called Claudine, starring James Earl Jones and Diane Carroll. Now the plot begins following a single mother of 6 children. There's no mention of the father or fathers of any of these children, but anyway, we got a baby mama with 6 kids on welfare. Oh, and by the way, even though this flick was made for entertainment in the 70s, I would argue that there's a lot of truth to it. If you have any older relatives, I would encourage y'all to have these discussions and ask them, was this shit real? Because shit was real back in the day. Real quick, I just want to point out, this particular scene right here does an excellent job of demonstrating what we call the female pecking order, which is basically peer pressure for women by women whenever they congregate and talk about their lives or the men in their lives and the objective roles those men should be playing.
I've been fooling myself about that for a long time, honey. Long time. But I can't be sleeping around, you know, because I got these children.
Oh, why not? Listen, when women fought for equal opportunity, they didn't mean voting. When you got needs, you got needs.
So while she's on her way to work, right, she spots Rupert Marshall, which is this average blue-collar worker, garbage man, you know, typical simp type of dude. And I say this respectively, as many of us, including myself, started off as this blue pill kind of guy. And while he may not be the richest brain surgeon or the most popular athlete in town, he's definitely a come up for a baby mama with 6 kids. And he's feeling her, so he try to holler at her or whatever, and instinctively she declines.
You do look fine today, because you look fine all the time. You know, I pick you up at 7 o'clock. Where you live?
No, I'm sorry.
But of course that good old hypergamy kicks in. At the last minute she decides to accept his invitation to dinner.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It's 139 Edgecombe Avenue. My name is Claudine. Claudine Price.
Rupert P. Marshall, 7 o'clock.
Now, whether you're a MGTOW or MRA or purple pillar, whatever you consider yourself to be, if you've ever dated a single mother, you will definitely relate to some parts of this scenario.
Come on, baby. How come you so late?
So here's this guy feeling this chick. She got 6 kids, and his first thought is, man, I ain't really feeling all these damn kids. But hey, she cute, you know, she seemed cool, and on top of that, he just trying to get some ass anyway, so he does what any blue pill guy would do and sticks around to see what's up.
Kids, this is Mr. Marshall.
So what? You from the welfare?
No, he ain't from the welfare.
Wrong nigga.
Charles, it's Mr. Marshall.
Mommy, you going away? You just got home. Are you going out with him? Where's he taking you?
All right. Cool it. Your mama's going on a date.
Don't come home pregnant.
How'd you wind up with 6 kids?
Well, haven't you heard about us ignorant black bitches always got to be laying up with some dude just grinding out them babies for the taxpayers to take care of? I get $30 a piece for them kids. Oh, I'm living like a queen on welfare, you know.
You're jumpy.
Well, my kids are fine. You don't need to be worried about my kids.
No, I'm not worried about your kids. Not my
Get
problem.
that shit all the time from the welfare. Always asking me to apologize for my kids. You know what? I don't have to explain that to nobody. Now, you just pushed the wrong button.
Okay, I was just asking.
Now, how many of you guys experienced this before? This shit is a perfect example of shaming tactics and subversion at its best. It's what happens when you ask the right questions, which to her are the wrong questions. Instead of just giving a direct answer, she'd rather deter the topic in such a way that he's left to feel like the scum of the earth for even having the audacity to ask such a thing. Like, how dare this guy even ask her how the fuck she farted out 6 babies?
Hello? Yeah? What is it, Charles? Uh-huh. Paul's in the bathroom doing what?
Another thing that he learns early on is that when you're dealing with a single mother, you will never, ever be first priority in that situation. Never. And rightfully so. I mean, kids come first, right? However, that's even more of a reason why having children out of wedlock is an absolutely foolish thing for any woman to do if she ever expects to find a husband. I know you can have kids and you don't need no man, all that good shit. But try to get married first, then have kids. Don't have kids first, then try to get married. I mean, it's possible, but you're only making it harder for yourself by reducing your own market value. So eventually, Mr. Marshall finally gets things kicked off with Claudine. This is where the shit really gets interesting. See, even though they keep telling themselves that this is temporary and it's just romance for the moment, nothing more, nothing less, we can obviously see and feel the love in the air, or oxytocin, depending on how you want to look at it. So from this point, Rupert and Claudine will inevitably change their tune, as we'll see later in this film.
We got a real sweet project going, so let's be straight.
Are we straight? We're straight. We just enjoy each other till it's over. A nice goodbye, nice memories.
Because there's nothing else. We both know that, right?
That's right.
But okay, listen. I want to see you tonight, though.
No.
6 kids in 4 rooms.
Man, see, you're too young. You ain't got enough experience to know that I struck gold. Hey, you take a chick out, it could cost you half a week's pay. Oh, man, I've had it with them young chicks. You gotta wine them, dine them, buy them dope. What it costing me?
Yeah, but she got a lot of needs, man, needs. She got to feed all them kids.
Oh, she got the welfare number, and she got a job. No, she doing okay.
Yeah, she only gets the welfare if she stays alone, man. You know, she taking a big chance on you, Root. The welfare people gonna find out, then you gonna be the man. The welfare man.
Hello, Mrs. Price.
Hi.
How have you been?
Oh, grand. Living like a queen.
Mrs. Price, have you been working?
No.
Because if you have, I really have to know. Otherwise, you get into trouble.
No, I ain't been working.
Mrs. Price, you know I'm your friend, but you have to be honest with me.
I ain't been working.
Well, I understand a man's been visiting you regularly this past month.
You are not supposed to spy on us.
I didn't spy on you, Mrs. Price, but someone has.
It must be that lady, that bitch across the street. She'll say anything, that bitch.
The thing is, Mrs. Price, if something comes out later and I don't know about it, you'll be in all kinds of trouble. So, if you've been seeing this man...
Well, what is this? Am I not supposed to see a man? What am I, a damn nun?
No, but if you've been sleeping with a man and he's been giving you things, I'm sorry, but I have to know.
Do you sleep with a man?
Now, that's none of your business.
It's none of your business either.
You're wrong, Mrs. Price. It is our business. This man may be bringing things into your home which you may not be deducting. Now, you know I have to deduct you on those things.
What things?
Appalling unmarried woman.
Yes, you got that right. Because I am married. I'm married to the welfare man. That's my husband. Makes me beg for them pennies. Little starvation money. And if I can't feed my kids, there's child neglect. Go out and get myself a little job on the side. I don't tell him. Then I'm cheating. If I stay at home, then I'm lazy. You can't win. Mr. Welfare, that is the nosiest husband in the world. Ooh. Mr. It's welfare.
So, as it usually happens in many relationships, the more this guy gets involved with this woman, the more her problems become his problems, and vice versa. But from the looks of things in this scenario, it didn't really seem like he had many problems to begin with. And this is usually how those white knight types begin that spiraling decline downhill to the bottomless pits of what the fuck just happened.
You hit that baby like that for?
Well, she took my
I don't care what
cat.
she did. Don't you never hit that baby like that. Shame on you.
You don't holler at Patrice when she hit me.
Big boy like you hitting that baby. What happened, baby? Lord, sweet Jesus. Rope, would you please say something to this boy?
Yeah, man, you say something to me. Tell me how niggas supposed to lay back and take shit. Tell me how to sneak around and hide. How to sit up like some goddamn dog begging when welfare ladies come around. Come on, tell me all about that, Mr. Garbage Man.
Charles! Don't you never talk like that to Roop.
You ain't got shit to say to me, man.
Months, and then they cut me off for non-purchase. Now, Miss K back, why do they keep messing with me all the time?
The system's one big screw-up.
Well, I'm glad to hear you say it, because no one...
So you're the gentleman that's been keeping company here.
Oh, no, ma'am. I'm just a garbage man.
Oh, well, may I have your name, please? Do you live here or elsewhere? Is that a gift you're giving to the family? Do you contribute to the support of this whole family?
Whoa, lady. You gonna tell us you can have this set? It didn't cost you in the city a damn dime, but you gonna tell us you can have it, right?
Oh, I didn't make the rules, sir. I'm only doing my job.
The welfare ain't doing nothing for me, lady.
But the welfare is supporting Mrs. Price.
Supporting? Supporting shit. Yeah, he gave me this. He gave me this. Yes, he gave it to me. Then he gave me this. Now we have to hide this shit. You believe? Yes, he gave me this. We have to hide this.
He gave us this too, but it don't work.
That's right. And I have to hide my man in the toilet. Miss Quebec, do you hide your man in the toilet?
Mrs. Price, we want to help, believe me. We know that children need a man in the house, a woman needs a man in the house. We don't insist people be married.
Do you mean you'd help a man move in if he's not married to the mother?
That's right.
That's immoral.
We're trying to deal with the realities.
What kind of example is that to set for the children?
Oh, what kind of example are you setting right now?
I ain't the government.
We'd love to see you get married.
Yeah, I'm hip you would. It would take the government off the hook and put me on.
Whoops. Look like Buddy just lost some pussy points with that one.
Don't ask me no more questions.
I'm tired of you running me home at 2 o'clock in the morning. Rube, I want to be with you, and I want to know that you're there.
Oh, God damn it. Claudine, don't try to put me on welfare.
You wouldn't be on no welfare. You'd be a non-recipient. They'd even cut me off. Just the kids would get the aid. Rube, it wouldn't cost you no more than it's costing you right now.
Jesus Christ. Trying to put me on welfare. Feel this out. Feel it out. Bring your check stubs. How much for the car? How much for the rent? You look up your asshole and see if you got a dime hidden up there. Shoot. I ain't putting up with that.
I put up with it.
Yeah, you have to put up with it because you're a woman. You had the kids.
I have to put up with it because I'm a woman. I had the kids.
Claudine, they'd cut my balls off and you'd look at me and hate my guts.
I am hating your guts right now. You men got some crazy ideas about being a man. Fighting. Beating up on somebody. That makes you a man, right? Screwing all the broads and making babies. That makes you a man. Big man. Nobody ain't gonna tell Rupert B. Marshall how to spend his couple of little shitty dollars. You got some bad balls, Rupert.
So here again we see the shaming and the subversion that so many men fall victim to on a daily basis. This argument went from welfare to his manhood instantly. And what the fuck does welfare have to do with the assumption that all men are violent or sexually charged? Listen, don't ever let anybody, male or female, manipulate your actions by challenging your masculinity. Come on now. Now watch how he finna get simped into falling for this crap.
I got better balls than you any day.
Damn it, Claudine. Now listen, you've had it. I ain't never gonna leave you. And tomorrow, Me and you are gonna go down to that goddamn welfare. We're gonna talk about this goddamn thing and try to goddamn work it out.
Goddamn.
You understand? If the husband's unwilling or unable to make a contribution equal to what it would cost him to maintain an independent living arrangement, he must apply for welfare. Do you understand? Otherwise, this would constitute a misuse of ADC funds.
Which is fraud.
Which is misappropriation.
Which is fraud.
Right, okay, now wait. Wait a minute. Now, if I marry this lady, I want to make things better. But if I spend $1 on it, you're going to deduct it from her, right? If I want to buy a little something extra, you're going to deduct it. And I better report every penny I spend, or else I'm a crook. Okay, now you say if I lose my job, I must apply for welfare because I can't just sit around eating the government's biscuit.
Which is fraud.
That's a fraud, right? Okay, now if I do go into welfare, then I'm just another lazy-ass nigger that's living off taxpayer. All right, now, suppose I do not marry this lady. Now, if I move in with her and do not tell you, then we're both crooks, right? But if I do tell you, then we're back to the income and the outcome and the deducting, and you drive me to drink. And you call a fraud if I spend $7 for a bottle of whiskey. Come on, Claudine, let's get out. You can't win. You understand? Fraud.
Don't you hear me? Don't you hear me?
Fraud. You force a man out of the house because it ain't worth the crap you gotta go through.
I guess I ain't.
Who says you ain't? You bring the kids to my house Saturday night, we'll make the announcement official.
Fraud!
Yeah. Rupert P. Marshall?
Yeah.
This is for you.
Look at the mail I get. Taxes, phone company, car payment, loan company. Tomorrow's Father's Day, huh? Do you see any cards in there from my kids? My kids that I may have to go to jail for? I got 10,000 ways of hurting and all 10,000 is hurting.
As if the bills, the kids, and the growing demands of this woman isn't enough. The further the situation goes downhill, the more this guy insists on being the good man or the real man, however you want to look at it. And he just decides to take it all with stride. And I think it's safe to say that affection and sexual gratification are the weaknesses of this man, as it is with most guys. And through these weaknesses, this guy can experience emotional manipulation, withdrawal of affection, and many other social pressures, as long as this woman is smart enough to distribute these Scooby snacks sparingly, in most cases to reinforce a desired behavior when he fulfills a demand or right before he reaches a breaking point like we see here. Eventually he does manage to say, fuck it, I'm out this bitch. And Claudine experiences a bit of turbulence in the wake of his absence.
You seen Ro?
Well, the supervisor say he called in sick.
Sick? Where is he?
Well, I don't know, but
I knew that nigga was gonna walk out on you. I knew that. It was your own damn fault. That's right. Don't blame nobody but yourself. You had the 6 kids.
That's right. 6 kids, that's right. That's all I got in this world, my children.
I hate them.
Get away from me, Charles!
I mean, I knew I had nothing, but I have to share what I ain't got.
My son, the black revolutionary. You ain't nothing but a snot-nosed coward. That's all you are. You're a damn crybaby.
I don't know why you killed me when I was born.
Oh, you talk crazier every day.
I mean, if you love me, you'd have killed me. Like the women back on those plantations. They killed the kids so they wouldn't have to be slaves.
I guess I didn't love my children, right? Because I wanted them to live.
Yeah. So you told us to be afraid, right?
You better be afraid. You better be afraid. That world out there will kill you.
I mean, how can frightened people change anything?
They ain't no other kind of people, Charles. I'm scared all the time, but I do my job. If you ain't scared, you don't have no need for guts.
What you gonna do now?
I'm gonna get some sleep, and I'm going to work tomorrow.
Well, as you crawl into bed, you take a look at Charlene's tits. Good night, Grandma.
Charlene! You goddamn Mama! What? Charlene! Mama! Mama! No. Mama! No. Mama, don't! Mama, don't! You go! You
What are you gonna do? Get married and we'll both work. You both work. Together you make one salary. And when the baby comes, there'll be 3 people living on half a salary. That's the half you can't even count on. Abdullah says that if...
Abdullah says? Abdullah's full of crap, that's what he is. He's just like all them other black studs. He's full of crap.
Mama, black men have made great contributions. Frederick Douglass.
Well, ain't it just too damn bad you didn't get your ass knocked up by Frederick Douglass?
Why don't you talk about it, honey? Don't have to say a word. It's him. I know. Cut out on you, didn't he? Mm-hmm. Gone. Didn't say a word, just gone. Uh-huh, that's it.
They do it.
Dog. That's what mine did.
You know, black men are very flexible. Leave town on a moment's notice.
I don't even know where he is.
That's right. I made up my mind 6 months ago. It's just gonna be me and the children.
Wherever he is, I hope the good Lord kicks him in the head.
Can't we have a conversation once without having an argument? I asked you, what's the matter with you?
I had a slight operation, a vasectomy. Suppose you done it, huh? One little cut, no babies. See?
Oh my God, Charles. You mean did you have yourself fixed? Oh, Lord, I know you're going crazy. You gave up your manhood?
Oh, Mama. Manhood is not between the legs.
Charles, you think you are so cool. Had yourself fixed, right? So you would never give no woman a baby. You did it to yourself. Gonna make a revolution. That's what Mr. Whitey does to the black man. He cuts off his manhood. But you did it to yourself. Just like Rupert's doing to himself.
Oh, he's doing what?
He's giving up, throwing it in. Life is over, forgetting it.
Man, look, he was bad news. You're much better off without him.
Don't you never tell me when I'm better off. Don't you never tell me that. You did it to yourself, but don't you never tell me when I lose something that's goddamn special that I'm better off.
I only meant that...
I don't give a shit what you meant.
Baby, cheer up. It could get worse. I cheered up, and the law was right. It got worse.
Oh, go on home, you drunken bone.
I told you once, man. My mama cries, it's gonna cost you some blood. Oh, yeah. Tell her yourself, you son of a bitch.
So after Claudine's oldest son finds Rupert Marshall drunk in a bar and beats the shit out of him, he finally decides to come back and officially announce his departure, only to be lured back in by the innocent charms of the children.
The daddy is the breadwinner. You dig what I'm saying? And if you don't win that bread, you just don't come around. It just takes a lot of money to be a dad, and I ain't got it. You still want me to marry your mama, huh? You still want it, right? Well, how am I gonna do that? I
mean, it's a big load.
Charles and Charlene are moving now. There'll only be 4 of us. Eats invisible food.
Would you repeat after me, please? I, Rupert, take thee, Claudine.
I, Rupert, take thee, Claudine.
Who giveth this woman to be married to this man?
You will. You will. I will. I will.
Kiss the bride. What's going on? You're under arrest.
Charles! No superstar. I love you just the way you are. So won't you make your...
So in the end, the Black Revolutionary son on the run and the police crash and sabotage the whole wedding. The entire family is thrown on the back of a paddy wagon. The scene fast forwards to everyone being released from custody and walking down the street as a family, and everyone lives happily ever after. As far as we know. We're not given any insight as to how the marriage turns out. Did they later get a divorce? Did they live and die happy together? What happened with Rupert Marshall's job and his finances? What happens with the pregnant daughter? Did the welfare cycle continue? There's a whole plethora of unsolved mysteries, but that's not the point of the movie. The point of the movie is twofold. The first point is that the welfare system, or the public aid system, is totally fucked and designed to dismantle the traditional family. The second point is to forget the first point and go for it anyway. Why? Because that's what the fuck real men do. What? So that concludes my presentation for today. Thank you for watching. Please comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I will be posting another Man vs. State video in the future without the movie reference, while I use factual data and statistics to support this same theory. So y'all be sure to look out for that one too. Out this bitch.
Give me a big ass box of Cheerios.